Okay, I'm going to start off with a news story from yesterday. HSBC tax evasion whistleblower arrested in Spain. Falcanini, a former HSBC employee, leaked records of more than 100,000 clients in 2008, sparking tax evasion investigations. So, a former HSBC employee convicted of leaking account data that led to a tax evasion scandal has been arrested in Madrid. In 2015, French national was sentenced in absentia by a Swiss court for economic espionage, illegally obtaining data, breaching business confidentiality and bank security. Falcini, a former technology worker at the bank, leaked the records of thousands of prominent clients of HSBC private bank Swiss SA in 2008. Swiss authorities said Falcini is wanted to profit from the data, and HSBC said this actions were theft. So, what happens if you work for a bank and you blow the whistle on corruption? They arrest you. They want to put you in prison because you're not supposed to speak out about the dirty dealings of the banks. Daily Fail. Listen to the people. Mail hands 318,000 signature passport petition to Number 10. Number 10 looked at it and chucked it in the bin because that's what you do when you're a dictatorship. As UK's aid budget soars to 14 billion, MPs demand curb bloated foreign aid, or the people might get angry at us and stop us getting all our money and all our benefits and all our subsidies. Britain's foreign aid budgets soared by 555 million to almost 14 billion last year, more than double over a decade. And that's not most. That's not actually going to foreign aid. It's going to the likes of ISIS and other terrorist organisations funded by the same terrorists who are in Parliament. And the picture there, you'll see serial crook with vile history of robbing and ripping off the elderly, the burglar killed by OAP. Well, you know, as I said yesterday, your home is your castle. Someone breaks in there, and yeah, he deserved everything he got, according to the rag anyway. The Times. Think again. Mental decline in later life can be staved off. Stop eating and drinking all the toxic poisons that you've been fed by your government. That'll be a good start. Murder toll rises as use of stop and search falls. Now you see what they're trying to push here is the fact that everyone's pissed off at the police just stopping them and searching them for no reason, which is exactly what would happen in a dictatorship, by the way. So that whether they organise this themselves or not, who knows, because we know how corrupt they are, to try and give the police more powers to take away your powers. Salisbury poison made at Russia port and down. Military research base tested Novichok for assassinations abroad, UK told allies. Okay, UK, show me the evidence. Because there's one thing that's been missing throughout your made up bullshit, and that is any evidence whatsoever. In fact, your own military expert says we can't say where this come from, so we can't prove it was Russia. But then, you know, why would that matter? Because you don't need evidence, apparently, because the UK government can just say shit and you're expected to believe it. Also, notice I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but I've blown the picture up for me. The picture of them two together down there, that looks like a different girl to the one that we'll see a little bit later. And also that they've been putting out on TV reports I've seen in the pubs and that. It's definitely a different girl. iPaper. Main headline. This is what I'm talking about. That looks nothing like the girl in the previous paper. I will not talk to Russia. Yulia Skripal says her strength is growing daily and she may soon be released from hospital, but rejects Russian request for interview. It is beyond reasonable doubt that Moscow was behind nerve agent attack, says UK. Again here, I want you to notice, apparently the UK, a corporation, has said this. So the UK corporation has said there is no doubt, except we've got no evidence. Not one shred of evidence do we have, or can we show you, because if we did, we would have already showed you to back up and make us not look like such blatant liars. Sergei is fine. Russia TV plays unverified tape of alleged phone call between Yulia and her cousin. So apparently there's been on RT, there's been a recording of these two speaking. Oh, but it's unverified. But the UK, even though that's also unverified, says it's without any verification whatsoever, says Russia's behind it. Does anyone believe in this bullshit made-up corporation run by a bunch of criminals anymore? Didn't think so. Sweet homes, builders who changed lives for free. Brain power, cells do grow back again. Armed intruder who died was already wanted by police. Britain's biggest union has 30% gender pay gap. Brothers and sisters, the truth about siblings. Express. Take my own throne on tour. What a load of crap, says Charles. Okay. Didn't realise he had a throne, because, you know, the other evil Satanist is in charge still, isn't she? Stabbed burglar preyed on elderly. Dead intruder blamed for cutting short life of another OAP victim. Cutting short the life, you know. Why Kylie should have gone to Specsavers. Telegraph. Minister, it's right to take on burglars. Our sympathies are with homeowners, says Gork, after pensioners' arrest causes outcry. What you should get from this is they know the public are pissed off at the scumbag governments because they were going to try and do this pensioner. This is just showing you what people power can do. Now, we all come together, get this lot taken down, we can have a much better existence. In fact, I'm sick of existing. I want to have fun. Let's have some of that, shall we? Right, here's another blatant lie on the right hand side there. Taxpayers will keep more of their money, says Hammond. Now, I'm not going to go into reading it, but it's going to be about the upcoming budget, where apparently you're going to get to keep more of your money. Yes, your slave tokens, you're going to be allowed to keep more of them. Except, of course, it won't work like that, because whenever a budget comes along, they take, and give you a little bit back. They'll take 20 quid off you and give you a fiver back and say, there you are, £5 better off. Because they think that we can't do maths. They think we're as stupid as they are. Has spring finally sprung with a big dog jumping over somewhere? Trump targets Putin's friends with fresh sanctions. Facebook ordered to explain data misuse. Facebook said, feck you. We don't have to explain to anyone because we're a multi-billionaire corporation and we're not in UK jurisdiction either. Soft drink firm cut sugar to beat tax. This is seriously dangerous now, because what that means is they're going to be cutting the sugar out and replacing it with aspartame, a known neurotoxin. Palestinian youth paid $200 for wounds. Fund managers told to justify their fees. And of course they can't. The Guardian. police have lost control of the streets. Former senior Met officer condemns budget cuts and back to leadership in London. Back off leadership. Right. Khan is the problem. He controls the budget and what it gets spent on. So Khan is, don't get distracted from this. Khan is the problem. And this is exactly what they want. They want chaos in the streets so they can bring in their new world order. You lot can't look after yourselves, so we're going to have to come and look after you with these sticks and guns. Again, there's Skripal's daughter there. See if you can see the one on TV or in some of the other papers actually, and you'll see it looks nothing like her. My strength is growing. Yura Skripal makes her first statement since the Salisbury nerve agent attack. Ex-Trump aide backed black ops in Ukraine. Sounds like some sort of prejudice ops, that does. Metro. The worst violence that I've ever seen. MP calls for unity from all parties to fight epidemic of gang murders. I think we know the problem. The problem is you lot in Parliament and likes of mayors and that sort of thing. They're the problem. Get rid of them, everything would run way smoother. Oh, we've also got to get rid of the corrupt police as well. The corrupt judges. The corrupt in charge of councils. In fact, they might be more serious dealing with them. Some of them will just get prison, some may need severer punishment. Independent. Campus conflict. More students are experiencing racism, apparently. Russian ambassador takes aim at Boris and points out, again, where's the evidence? Just show us one shred of evidence. Otherwise, it proves that you're nothing but a lying piece of shit. I'm sort of paraphrasing it there for you. Golden start for England's gymnasts. Great. Another distraction. Cancer gene map paves way for new treatment. Scientists herald major breakthrough in how to tackle disease. Yeah, the problem is that this is going to lead you back to pharmaceuticals. When cancer can be prevented in the first place by just eating the right foods, and if you can, a food that is illegal at the moment. It's not unlawful, but it's illegal apparently. Cannabis. Apparently their leaves are full of vitamins, minerals and all that, and also if you can get hold of the actual end product as well, apparently if you make that into an oil a la Rick Simpson, that cures cancer as well and many other diseases. So I've been my research suggests. Financial Times. London grief, murder spat puzzles capital. Well, you're the only one that is puzzling, because the rest of us can see it's down to Khan and the rest of the MPs. Criminals. Punish company missing gender pay deadline, says Equalities panel. 1,500 data defaulters run risk of sanctions. EHRC urged to get it right on compliance. Brexit spurs shipping lines to bypass UK for Irish trade. We'd better not have a Brexit, had we then? Oh wait, we're not. It's a Brexit without the exit. Beijing launches legal battle to spike US guns as threat of trade war looms.